Hey, what's up everybody? This is Omar again from mypianolessons.net. Thanks a lot for checking out this video, all about how to play piano chords. If you haven't seen the first two videos, check them out. They're all about learning piano notes and all about learning piano scales. But today, right now, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about piano chords in this video. Now, what a chord is a group of notes, either two or more notes, that sound good together or harmonious when you play them together at the same time. So if you were to pick two notes and play them together, or three notes, or four notes, or five notes, and play them together at the same time, and they sounded good together, that is a type of chord. That's a piano chord. Now, when you're learning how to play piano chords, it's really important that you know what the piano notes are and that you know your piano scales. If you know your piano scales, then it's a lot easier to build chords, on those scales, and then eventually songs and things like that. So if you haven't seen those two videos, go check them out on this YouTube channel or at mypianolessons.net and learn all about piano notes and piano scales. So there's a lot of different types of chords that you could play. But what we're going to talk about in this video is the major and minor triad chords. Triad chords are chords that consist of three separate notes, and they're played together and they sound really good together. In the piano scales video, we talked about major scales and minor scales, and that's why we're going to talk about major chords and minor chords in this video. So to build a major chord on the piano, this is what you do. We're going to use the C scale to build our notes, our chords, either the major chord or the minor chord. So if you remember from the last videos, the C major scale goes a little something like this: C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That is the C major scale. Now to build a chord, the C major triad chord, which is, a basic chord, you need to know the first tone, the third tone, and the fifth tone of that scale. Anytime you're building a chord, a triad chord, it's the first, the third, and the fifth. So how we're going to do that is we're basically going to take all these notes and assign a number to them. We've already assigned a letter, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now we're going to assign a number. So there's C is 1, D is 2, E is 3, F is 4, G is 5, A is 6, B is 7, C is 8, or 1, depending on what your purpose is. Anyways, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the C major scale right there, 1 to 8. So basically, to build the C major chord, all we have to do is find the first, the third, and the fifth note, and play them together. You see how that sounds really nice and harmonious when you play those notes together? If you played any notes together, they don't really sound as nice as the C major chord. So to find the C major chord, all you got to do is find the first note, the third note, and the fifth note, and play them together. And that goes for pretty much any major chord you want to play. So this is a little bit more advanced. You guys probably haven't gotten into all the different scales and stuff, but if you knew your F scale, your F major scale, or your F minor scale, whichever one, you could build a triad chord from that, but just by knowing the first, the third, and the fifth. That's like an F major chord. That's an F minor chord. Now, how you figure out those minor chords is the exact same way as the C major chord. But because the C minor scale is a little bit different than the C major scale, the C minor chord is actually just a little bit different than the C major triad chord. The C minor scale, if you remember from the other video, goes a little something like this. That's the C minor chord, or the C minor scale. So to build the C minor chord, all you would have to do is find the first, the third, and the fifth of the C minor scale. So we got 1 as C, 2 is D, 3 is now an E flat, 4 F, 5 is a G, 6 is an A flat, B is the 7th, or sorry, B flat is the 7th, and then C is the 8th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now to build the C minor chord, all you have to do is find the first, the third, and the fifth, and you have a C minor scale. As you can see, all three of those chords, or all three of those notes, when played together, they sound harmonious. They sound really nice and pleasing to the ear. They do sound a little bit darker and a little bit more serious, but that's because it's a C minor chord. So that's really how you can build pretty much any chord. There's a lot of different types of chords that you can build. You can build, you know, seventh chords, ninth chords, suspended chords, augmented chords, diminished chords. But the major and minor chords, the major and minor triads, those are the basics of the chords that you're going to learn. If you want to learn a little bit more about piano chords and how to build them, just visit mypianolessons.net. There's a little tutorial and some resources there that you can click on to find a little bit more out. And if you like this video, if you found it helpful, please hit subscribe. We're going to have more piano tutorials and piano lessons uploaded soon. This is Omar from mypianolessons.net. Thanks a lot for watching the video. I'll see you next time.